Right, so first video, and at the beginning of this chapter we have a recap from Key Stage 3 of Pythagoras' theorem. And we already have looked at Pythagoras' theorem, but just a quick recap. We know that a squared plus b squared equals c squared, and that is Pythagoras' theorem in its most basic form, but there are some things we need to remember. Firstly, we need to remember that we are talking about right-angled triangles. Okay, it must be a right-angled triangle in order for Pythagoras' theorem to work. Secondly, we need to be aware that this part on the end, this c squared, is the hypotenuse. And the hypotenuse can always be identified as its opposite to the right angle in a right-angled triangle. It's the longest side, the hypotenuse, and it's always found opposite the right angle. Right, so let's look at how we would solve this. To find the length of the hypotenuse, we're going to use a squared plus b squared equals c squared, and then we're just going to substitute in the two shorter sides, which are a and b, and the longest side, which in this case is given as x, for c. So 8 squared plus 5.2 squared equals x squared, and now I have an equation that I just need to solve. So let's just scroll down and we'll go through. So 8 squared, of course, is 64, plus 5.2 squared, which I'm doing on my calculator. 5.2 squared is 27.04, and that equals x squared. So I can add those two together to get 91.04. So x squared equals 91.04. So x is, of course, the square root of that. Square root of my answer is 9.54148 ... to indicate that's carrying on. But then I'm, of course, going to just check and see, does it say find the length of the hypotenuse? It doesn't give me any particular accuracy that I need to give my answer to, but I think 9.54, which is 3 significant figures. Double underline, and I'm all done. It might be that you don't have all of these lines, but I would say certainly to begin with, you need to make sure you note down what Pythagoras' theorem is and make sure you insert the values in the right place. So that's how you find the hypotenuse. It's pretty straightforward, and of course, as we said, it is a recap. So that should get you through exercise A. So good luck. Any problems, do let me know.